Okay, so I'm literally the worst person in the world because I said that I would do a tutorial for this guitar cover of mine like 4 months ago, and I have not done that. So, as penance for my transgression, I have created tabs for this cover, which I said I would not do, but I felt so bad that I did it. And so I'm going to share those tabs with you, and you're welcome. So instead of making a long-winded video about explaining every single chord that I've ever done, I'm just going to dive right into showing you this, how to play this, as well as put the tabs on the screen so you can see them. I spent a lot of time on these tabs for this because it was pretty hard to do it. It took me a few hours to sit down and tab this, and this was the easy one, the easy Undertale guitar arrangement. I don't usually do tabs. In fact, I've pretty much never used them in my life, mainly because when you use tabs, they're wrong most of the time because it's someone else trying to figure out how to play something. But I guess that since it's me, the one who made this arrangement, making the tabs, they have to be right. So there might be a couple of mistakes in here since I'm not really familiar with doing tabs. So if you catch any mistakes, feel free to speak up in the comments and I will amend the tabs and update this video or add some annotations or something to tell you that they're wrong or right. I'm so good at making videos. So what I'm gonna do is play the chords and show the tabs on the screen, and hopefully you can figure out what to do as I explain it. I'm pretty bad at explaining, but we're gonna do it anyway, and I will teach you. I will teach you my ways. Okay, so first I'm just gonna play through the song very slowly, and I'll put the tabs somewhere on the screen so you can see what I'm playing. I'm tuned to regular, and I have a capo on the 3rd fret. Now, in the original video, I'm tuned to something lower. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'll put it in the description. So this tutorial will sound different than the original video, but I thought that if I just did it in regular, it would be easier for you guys to follow along, and then if you want to, you can tune down later. Okay, so here we go. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to explain how to form the chords. Each one, maybe that'll make it a little bit easier. So the first chord looks like this. I'm using my pinky, my ring finger, and my index finger. And the next chord sounds like this. I'm using my pinky, my middle finger, and my index finger. And then the next chord, I'm just using my middle finger on the A string and my ring finger on the G string. And then the next chord, middle finger is on the D string, index finger is on the G string. And then it does that again. So now we're going to this minor bar chord thing. So what I do is I cover all of these strings with my index finger, and my ring finger is on the D string. That one's kind of a hard one. Then it does that entire sequence again. So for the B section, it's this chord. My middle finger is on the G string and my ring finger is on the B string. For this chord, my index finger is just on the G string here, my pinky is on the E string. And this chord is probably the hardest one in the whole song. This one. My ring finger is on the A string here. My index finger is covering the D, and my pinky is on the G string, and my index finger is also covering the B, but the E string down here is open, so you have to roll your index finger like that and cover those two strings. It's a tough one. This next chord is ring finger on the D string, middle finger on the G string, index finger on the B string, and then you have to grab the E string up here with your thumb. I think you're typically not supposed to do that, but I don't know how else to make that chord work, so gotta use the thumb. And this chord is middle finger on the A string, D string is open, ring finger is on the G string, and your pinky is on the B string. Then we're just going back to that hard chord that I just showed you. And this is probably the easiest chord in the whole thing. I just take my index finger and I cover the G, the B, and the E right here. And then that chord is middle finger on the D string and index finger on the G string. And then I roll my index finger down so it covers the B string right there. And that's all there is to it. Right? That's all there is to it. It's easy. It's not easy. It's really hard. And so that's basically it. It's pretty hard. It's not quite as hard as Falling Down, but it's pretty hard. That's the thing with these guitar arrangements, the fingerstyle ones. They sound like they're easy, but they're not. They're hard. So I hope that this helped you learn the song. I hope that I didn't ramble too much. I hope that I made some sense and that it wasn't extremely confusing. If you have any suggestions, or if my tabs were wrong or anything like that, let me know in the comments and I will change the tabs. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Right now, I need to get back to practicing.